What's up, everybody? John here. I've got a full review for you guys today of the HTC One on AT&T wireless. Before I get started, pricing is $199.99 on a 2-year agreement, $599 outright. You can get it in silver, or they do have the black one available now. The black one is more attractive to fingerprints and things like that, so I've been told. The silver one does not do that as much, but it is now available. It just got available the other day, so that's on AT&T. It's also available on Sprint, T-Mobile. Not available on Verizon. You can get the Droid DNA on Verizon, but obviously it's not as new. The specs aren't as good, but you can get it. So we'll start this review talking about the hardware of the device. I do have a first impressions video linked. I'll put the link in the description. I've had this phone for about 72 hours now, and pretty confident in my opinions about it and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, on the hardware side, on the right side, you've got a volume rocker, very similar to the Droid DNA. It's more it's brushed aluminum, and it has a little design on it. On the right side, you get a micro SIM card slot. On the bottom, micro USB port, microphone. On the top, you get a 3.5mm audio jack and a power lock button, which doubles as an IR blaster. And on the back, you have a 4 megapixel ultra pixel camera with LED flash, 1080p video capture. You get another noise canceling mic in the back. The back is aluminum with these plastic polycarbonate injections inside. On the bottom, you get Beats audio support, the Death Star branding, and the HTC logo. And on the front, you've got the 2.1 megapixel wide-angle front-facing camera. You get the boom sound speakers, and of course, all of your sensors and things of that nature. On the bottom, you get the home button and the back button. The HTC logo is not a button, and that covers it for the hardware. The screen is a 4.7-inch 1080p display, 468 pixels per inch. You get a 1.7 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 600 processor with this device. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage. You can upgrade to a 64 gigabyte version if you are on AT&T. Sprint and T-Mobile do not carry that at this time. You get NFC, you get Bluetooth 4.0, and yeah. So the hardware is very nice. This phone is the probably the nicest feeling phone I've ever had, especially as of late. Most phones are getting to the point, I think, where they are so thin, like they're getting so thin that they're getting hard to hold. I have the Galaxy S4. No, I do not have the Galaxy S4. My God. I really need to get that back from my uncle. I thought I could have swore I had it back by now. The Galaxy S4 is the kind of device where they are just making them so thin that they're almost ridiculous. Same thing with the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 is to the point where I think the phone is almost so thin that it's a little hard to hold. The one is 7 millimeters on the side, but it's I think 9, maybe a little over 9. At the back. The phone's curved, kind of like the Droid DNA, and that gives you a better hand feel. The phone is completely aluminum, and like I said, plastic polycarbonate injections around the phone. It's got chamfered edges, which are extremely scratchable and nickable. I've said this 2 times now in my videos, but the first one I got, this is the first one I got, has a nick on the bottom bottom right corner, and it detracts from the hand feel. It's got scratches all over the chamfered edges, and yeah. But you know, would you rather have a metal phone that's easily scratchable or a plastic phone that doesn't feel as good? You know, that's kind of the debate. Me personally, I like the aluminum phone. I think it feels nice. even though you do pretty much slap it in a case the entire time, because you pay for this, $200 or $600 on off contract. You want to keep it in a tip-top condition, of course. The software is Android 4.1 with a Sense 5. With Sense 5, hold on a sec. I think I just released some personal information. That's okay. On Sense 5, you get blink feed on it, which I'll show you in a second once I make sure there was nothing important on that screen I just showed everybody. You get Sense 5 on here, and blink feed. Blink feed is basically a news aggregation tool and social media aggregation tool. What you get with it is you can select different topics. You can select different topics with it, and it comes with a bunch pre-installed. I can't figure out how to use this thing, to be honest with you. I tried to find like a Pocket Now and Techno Buffalo and a bunch of other blogs, and I couldn't even figure out how to use it. So if you're watching this video and you know how to do stuff like that, like how to search for individual ones, like I'll try to type Techno Buffalo on here. Techno. Screw it. Yeah, it doesn't work, and it won't come up with anything. And it's a little difficult. So I tried. Now I don't use this a lot, but it is nice to have. I don't know why Wi-Fi turned off, but it is nice to have. If you like that kind of thing. I used Flipboard for a long time, and this is basically the same thing. I still prefer. This is kind of a dorky thing, I suppose. The thing I still prefer for all my news is the news and weather widget from Google. I still think that's the best, like, just overall kind of way to get your weather and your news. It doesn't give you a whole lot of details in the weather, but the news is pretty good. It's just some headlines, and I still like that widget a lot. I have the Battery Reborn widget on here that helps me keep track of battery life, which I will talk about a little later. But Sense 5, I like Sense 5. Here's your app drawer, and they give you the weather clock at the top, which I think is kind of pointless, but it looks nice. And you can choose by either alphabetical, custom, or most recent apps. And you can change the grid size to 3x4, which I think looks just is a complete waste of space. I mean, look at all this dead space on the side. I do not like that at all. So I'm going to change that back. I still wish you could change it to a 5x5 grid. That's what I like to have. But, I'm not going to complain about it too much. So we'll go into messaging real quick, and we'll show you the Sense 5 interface here. So here's the Sense 5 keyboard. The keyboard is really nice. I'm trying to get in position to type well. It's really nice to type on and works extremely well over the lazy sheep doggy dog. And it works extremely well. You can kick it in landscape mode. You can even have more space to type. So this is a test of how well, yeah, you get the picture. And I like this keyboard a lot. After 3 days use, I still love it. I still think it's better than pretty much every Android keyboard. It's definitely better than that terrible keyboard that Samsung gives you. In the messaging application, I can't really show you this without, yeah, I can. You can customize the backgrounds and the whole, the way the whole thing kind of works. So you, there you go. So you can change the color scheme basically in the messaging app. Phones have had this. I think this was on Sense 4 even with the HTC One X. But it's still nice to have. I still love it. I still think it's a great feature for messaging. You get a lot of HTC specific applications on here. One of them being television remote, which gives you, using the IR blaster and the power button, gives you the ability to control your televisions and your cable boxes and things like that. I have it set up for all mine, and I enjoy it quite a bit, and it works extremely well. This video will be 2 parts, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Drop me a like and all that good stuff. Thanks.